You know the feeling. You have been thinking about it for weeks, maybe months. The training you keep planning, the conversation you keep rehearsing, the decision you keep almost making. And every day you return to the same place, close to the door, not through it. This is not laziness. Lazy people do not think about it this much. This is something quieter and more dangerous. It is the feeling of almost ready, almost certain, almost there. And if you do not learn to recognize it, you can lose years inside it, mistaking the map for the journey, mistaking the plan for the life. Because preparation feels like progress. It has the shape of discipline, the texture of effort. But somewhere along the way, it stopped being a tool and became a hiding place. Most people think the problem is motivation. They think, if I just wanted it more, I would begin. But that is not what is happening. Watch what your body does in the moment before action becomes real. The shoulders tighten, the breath shortens. Something in the chest quietly pulls back. That is not weakness. That is your nervous system doing exactly what it was built to do. Protect you from the unknown. Because real action is unknown. Preparation is safe. You control it. You can refine it. You can improve it endlessly without anything being truly at stake. But the moment you move, something becomes real. The effort becomes real. The result becomes real. The possibility of failing becomes real. The possibility of changing becomes real. So the body does something intelligent. It does not tell you to quit. It gives you a reason to wait. Not a weak reason, a reasonable one. I need more clarity. I should think this through. I will start when the moment is right. This is not procrastination dressed as laziness. This is self-protection dressed in the language of discipline. And that is exactly what makes it so difficult to see. Think of the thing you keep avoiding as the far shore of a frozen lake. From a distance, it looks simple. Just cross. But the moment you step onto the ice, you feel the weight of it. You hear the silence beneath you. You become aware of every crack, every surface that shifts slightly under your foot. And the instinct, the deep physical instinct, is not to move forward. It is to stop and make absolutely sure. But here is what nobody tells you about frozen lakes. Standing still is not safety. Standing still is pressure. Every minute you spend calculating the risk, rehearsing the crossing, waiting for one more degree of certainty, the fear settles deeper into the surface beneath you. The doubts grow heavier. The first step begins to feel more dangerous, not because the path changed, because you gave fear too much time to speak. And fear, given enough time, always starts to sound like wisdom. Just a little longer, just a little more ready. Just one more thing to understand first. This is how people lose years. Not in one dramatic failure, but in the slow, quiet accumulation of almost. Movement changes the physics of the mind. This is not a metaphor. This is how the nervous system actually works. When you stay frozen before action, your brain stays in threat mode. It keeps scanning, calculating, warning. The moment the body moves, even imperfectly, even awkwardly, the brain shifts. It stops preparing for danger and starts adjusting to reality. You are no longer inside imagination. You are in contact. And contact, however rough, however uncertain, is the only place where real information lives. You cannot think your way to readiness. You cannot plan your way to confidence. You move. Your system learns. The next step becomes visible. That is how discipline is actually built. Not in the weeks of preparation, in the friction of the first real moment. So what do you do with this? You stop asking for a perfect beginning. The first move does not need to be clean. It does not need to feel right. It does not need to arrive at the perfect time. It needs to be real. Put on the shoes. Open the page. Start the set. Make the call. Send the message. Begin before the mind finishes building its next argument. Not because you feel ready, because readiness is not something you find before movement. It is something you build through it. Most people spend years waiting for the feeling of certainty to arrive on its own. But certainty does not arrive. It accumulates, one real step at a time. The ice does not become safer by studying it longer. It becomes navigable by crossing it. Your first move will not be your best move, but it will be the one that matters most, because it is the one that makes all the others possible. And then something shifts. Not dramatically, not all at once, but 30 seconds after you begin, the negotiation goes quiet. The body stops arguing. The mind stops building its case, because there is nothing left to argue about. You are already moving. You are no longer standing outside your life. You are inside it. And from inside, it looks nothing like it did from the door. The fear is still there, but it is behind you now, not in front. That is the only thing that changes first. Not confidence, not certainty, just direction. Some people do not lose their life in one dramatic moment. They lose it slowly, in the extra week, in the better time that never arrives, in the version of themselves they keep waiting to become before they finally begin. The cost of endless preparation is not just lost productivity. It is lost strength, lost years, lost contact with your own life. And the longer you wait, the heavier the first step becomes. Not because the task grew, because the distance between who you are and who you are going to be quietly widens. So stop treating hesitation as wisdom. Stop building an identity around the feeling of almost. Stop waiting for the fear to go quiet before you allow yourself to move. The fear will not go quiet first. That is not how it works. You move, and then, gradually, the fear adjusts. The life you are preparing for is not waiting for a better version of you. It is not waiting for more certainty. It is not waiting for the perfect moment. It is waiting for one thing only: the first real move. Not perfect, not painless, not certain. Real. Begin there. If this inspired you, give it a like, subscribe for weekly wisdom, and share your thoughts below to grow the Inner Strength community.